Be honest, how many unfinished projects do you have that go from 2024 to 2025? Hey there, and welcome to the Totally First Crochet channel. My name's Thomas, and unlike most of the creators here on YouTube, I decided not to hide my unfinished projects from you, from the audience. I would rather take the time in between the years to show you all of my unfinished projects. Some of them will forever stay unfinished. Basically, others will probably get the frog. But anyhow, if you see something today that you would like to have for a future tutorial or for a future project for yourself, make sure to tell me in the comments so you have the possibility to save either one or more of these projects. And of course, then I would rescue some of them. Now, the reasons for them to be unfinished is basically sometimes you stop the project and start something new, then you get a new idea, you take it aside, you say to yourself, I'm going to finish this next week, but you never really do. And some of these projects will forever stay works in progress, whips as we call it, and some of them will even get the top, the frog, and will end up in another project. Some of these I also transformed into newer projects. For some of them I just wasn't bored and started something new. But I will show them all to you in all the entirety, and there's something down here as well. And since these whips are starting to fall off my body, I'm going to start right now with some of the more recent projects, those ones here. So I had plans to do so many more Christmas tree ornaments this year, but due to other ideas and projects, I kind of scrapped that idea completely, including my baubles. Next year, I'm going to do Christmas baubles. And this one I started when I also created the Mariah Chickie, the Christmas chicken. And the inside of this is basically the first few rounds. Just made it twice and then crocheted all around to get this quite nice, actually, ornament. I have no idea why I didn't do a tutorial for this, but I thought it was just a little bit too simple and then ultimately scrapped it. I may do something like this for next Christmas season, but who knows what's going to happen. Then in the same terminology, there was the idea of having filet crochet ornaments here as a Christmas tree. I created these when I also did my Christmas pot holders. I thought it was quite nice, and it looks definitely very chic, especially when you have them all in white. You could do lots of different shapes and motifs, but in the end, I decided against it because you would also have to stiffen it up a little bit, although it looks quite nice. And who knows, this may be something for the next year as well. Who can say? Up next, we have this thing here. It's filet crochet again, but in a bigger scale. And this was supposed to be a kite that you could put on the window, and there was also supposed to be like whatever you would call it with bows and stuff. And it was just like basically a window stopper that you can put in the window for autumn. And I mean, the pattern is done. It was created. I mean, some things are missing, but I think this was the moment when then I had the idea of the granny square doilies in filet crochet. So I scrapped this in favor for the granny square doilies, and I'm happy that I skipped it, honestly, because I absolutely love the doilies. So this was scrapped. Again, you can do this with so many other motifs and symbols and whatever. So there might be something with this in the future. Again, remember, if you want to save any of these projects, feel free to send me a comment so I know you want to save them. Up next was a short little episode of granny square fingerless gloves that I created, and I made them in a way that later on resulted in my granny square center ornaments with the different kind of granny square. It wasn't that I didn't like how they turned out. I actually find them quite cute, but at the same time, while I was working on them, there were so many channels putting out fingerless gloves or fingerless mittens made from 2 granny squares. And I would rather have the granny square up here than down here. So I scrapped it. Luckily, I created the rocking mittens, the rocking fingerless mittens for the Battle of the Stitches, which I absolutely love. And I think they are so much easier and so much nicer in terms of how they look than those kind of mittens. So I'm not too sad about them not being finished. And if you want to make yourself some granny square gloves, you will find so many tutorials out there. So feel free to use them, because I will most probably not continue with those anytime soon. But that's not all in terms of mittens. Here's another one with a different kind of pattern. I'm going to show it to you because it's actually super, super pretty. And I will definitely have to show you this pattern in some other projects, I'm sure. I still haven't decided yet what to do with them. I might finish them anyhow, because I just think they're so, so pretty. And I also use a very special yarn here that is super soft, and I think it's merino and cotton and silk. I mean, so many awesome fabrics in just one piece. And who knows? I mean, I still have the stitch markers in here, so I might continue this or redo it in some other project. Who knows? But those are still like the most likely to be finished of all the projects. And then there was Halloween, as you could already see by the colors. I think I showed it when I made the tutorial for the Halloween Tunisian crochet scarf, triangle scarf. But I actually never really finished this one here. I mean, I ran out of the yarn. I don't have much of it left, and I couldn't go around it as I wanted to. And in addition, it turns out a little bit small. I mean, of course, as something small around your neck, it would definitely be enough. But I don't know. I was busy with other projects and then never really finished it. So this is probably going to get frogged and then reworked into something else. Then we have this, a bag, mainly because I was absolutely obsessed by this fun yarn. It's a cotton yarn, and I really wanted to see how this would work out in a more of a summer bag, I would say. And I think it's super pretty, and I also like how the yarn creates all the stripes, and it's very see-through, very summery. I hope you can see it here in the window. And who knows, I'm always up for making another bag because I only have like 50 bags at home. So there can never be too many bags, really. So who knows if this will be continued or not, or maybe I just use this yarn for another project. We'll see. Otherwise, it's super pretty, and I love also the texture of it. I think it was just half double crochets with a chain in between. So very simple. Who knows? Then we have one of the pretty much more of the silly projects that I was doing early this year, early 2024. And this was basically the idea, not for a blanket. I know it looks a lot like a blanket right now. The idea here was to create myself a super cozy and super comfy sweater made out of chenille yarn. I still think the idea is quite nice, but I mean, working with chenille on such a large scale is exhausting, and not really nice, especially when the chenille yarn then starts to crumble and it gets all messy. In addition, I think I tried it on the first time in March or something like this, and I felt like this is not even fitting at all. And I would probably look like a big whale or shark in this color. And the idea was also to have like parts of it in a honey yellow tone because I like the two colors together. I don't know. I ordered about 20 or 25 skeins of this color here and 10 or 12 skeins in the honey yellow. No idea what I'm going to do with this, to be honest, because ever since I made this, I kind of stopped using any chenille yarn in all of the future tutorials that I have. So nowadays, chenille would be a big no for me. That might change in the future. I don't know. I might just use this yarn to make a doggy blanket for Holly. Who knows? But for myself and as a sweater in this large scale, I mean, it's pretty big. I will most probably just scrap it or finish it and have this as a blanket for Holly, my dog. Otherwise, I would just recycle it in some other projects maybe, or use it as a filling for whatever pumpkins. And now it's time for my other big project here, which would have been the Relaxon shirt. I showed it to you in my tips videos, in one of the tips videos, or in the video about yarn over, yarn under, whatever. And I mean, I have half of it done, basically. And I know the yarn choice was probably wrong. I mean, it's a cotton, but it's a very thick cotton. So this whole thing is like quite heavy, to be honest. But I mean, I still love the look and feel. The reason why I wanted to make myself a Relaxon shirt is quite simple. You cannot get a nice cotton knit-like or crochet-like shirt in my size. Unfortunately, I ordered some and they were all too small, or the quality really sucked. So this was something I really wanted to make for summer, and the summer went by and Thomas didn't have a Relaxon shirt. So I might still finish it. I have been using a tutorial for it that I found where they would work on the long side and then go down to create these vertical stripes versus having them go all the way down here. And it's a nice tutorial and it really works, especially because then you can determine the length of your shirt already without like going on and then having like so many fit issues. But I still had quite a lot of fit issues with this and had to, I think I did it 3 times, this whole piece, because this part here turned out way too big and then this part here wasn't matching. And my issue with these kind of Relaxon shirts or granny square shirts are always the fit issues, because they never really fit. Even also the cardigans. I mean, I made myself a hexagon cardigan and I love how it looks, but I would never like go out on the streets wearing it because it just looks not fitting at all, not flattering at all. And if you do wearables, make them in a way that they make you look good and not the other way around. Because otherwise it just wouldn't make any sense to wear something like this on the street if you don't feel comfortable with it. So who knows? I mean, this one, it's not that bad. I mean, I could see myself wearing this in summer at the beach, whatever. But we'll see. Summer is still a few months ago, and usually when you say something like this, it gets summer and you have a ham concert done. So we'll see if I might finish this or not, or get a nicer yarn to use for, and then we'll see. And now to my final unfinished project of the year, which is right here. It's this hat that I made with this funny pattern. That looks a bit like lots of different pixels and shells. And I even finished recording the tutorial for it. I went to the woods to make a video, to do the intro, the outro, and all the kind of things. And when I was at home to watch the recordings, I realized that even though it looks quite nice on camera, I just wasn't feeling it, even though I love the color and everything, but I don't know. I just scrapped it and I tried to make it also like this, more like a fisher hat or whatever, but I still don't feel it that much. Probably because of the top part. Here I reduced the height of the stitches to go more into each other, but it's still, I don't know, a bit messy. So in the end, I deleted all of the recordings, the whole tutorial, everything else from this, and just scrapped it. I still like the pattern though, so I might use this in another project, who knows. But for the time being, this was cancelled. So this was it, my pile of unfinished projects of 2024. We will find out together which one of these will see the light of day and which ones will be frogged for good. So make sure to leave me a comment, and also please tell me how many unfinished projects you had during the year. I hope it's less than this, but to be honest, I expected much worse. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed seeing all of this unfinished mess right here. Okay, not everything is messy. And I hope to see you back again next time only at the Totally Fierce Crochet channel. And I'm sure we will see each other before the new year for a final video. And until then, see you. Happy crocheting. Bye. These whips are falling off. They don't want to stay on my body. Is the next one gone? Oh my god. Now I will never get that on me like it was. Oh, shit.